Alright, welcome back. This time I'm gonna actually do Knuckles in Twinkle Park the right way. And I did the part that you've seen a million times off screen because you don't need to see it again.
Yeah, let's go to Twinkle Park.
I was thinking Tinkle Park, but that's a good place to go to.
Alright, so we now have the proper strats of go this direction, hold forward for this long.
No, it's hold forward until you see a specific part of the track, and then just drop until it goes off screen, and then start gliding again. I'm kind of going roughly towards this weird nebula-looking thing and the star next to it. And...
So you drop when you see that?
Yeah. And that's to avoid...
A death plane?
Yep. Because there are, like...
Layers.
I ended up looking at this in a fucking level editor because I was having trouble with Gamma's version of this. And there's, like probably four distinct layers of death planes, at least.
That's fun.
You know, honestly, that kind of sounds like something I'd read in like a travel brochure to like a pain dimension.
Layers of death planes.
Includes layers of death planes on our tour.
Yeah, I think I started gliding again too early.
Hey, Eric, you know how every world in Odyssey has those brochures? That's what it reminds me of.
It's like Dante's Inferno, but instead it's like through a travel agency.
Okay, I think this worked out.
So, by the way, question for you: can you see the death planes in the editor? Is that something
Yes.
you can toggle?
Yeah. But it's a third-party thing, and it's pretty jank. Also, really quickly, you have to not touch these loops, and I'm going to actually go and touch them to show you why, because it's kind of fucking hilarious.
Do you like spaz out?
Well, not you.
Oh,
Oh.
level.
Sort of.
It's your climbing, isn't
Let me
it?
see if I can... What? Why are we fine? There we go! So that's why you have to be careful about that.
We have now been banished.
The
Okay.
camera just friggin' leaves.
Nope. No.
I'm not dealing with this today.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
But yeah, if you get too close to those loops, the camera just does not know what to do.
That is wonderful.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
This is a delightfully broken game.
Oh yeah. Also, I think I'm gonna play through this myself because I found something where after I died or after I restarted the level after getting stuck in something, the music just disappeared, and then a little while later the game just crashed desktop at random. I didn't do anything in particular. I was just running around the level and it just no more game.
So can you not just touch the ground or just those loops?
Just those loops, because there's like a special camera zoom out, I think, in Sonic's version.
Okay.
And when you're not exactly where it expects you to be, the game's just really friggin' confused.
So you have to get back into the course here, right? Because otherwise it goes back up and...
No, the whole thing goes downward. It's just you move faster on the ground, and it's more interesting to watch and play.
Well, and
here's another case of the camera was not designed for this.
And you also
You can
have...
see his shoes
And
poking from the ground.
real quick, prepare for some mic spam.
What?
Yeah, as soon as you press back on the control stick, you get launched almost straight up in the air.
Because that's how that's supposed to work.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I was also going to say, you have a less chance of running into a death plane if you're actually on the course.
that too. So here,
Safer strats.
So here, you have to jump into this, and as soon as you get into the next area, you start gliding. And then you glide through this wall, turn around, and
You
climb
climb
on
it.
it. And I'm going to show you where the thing that spazzes out the game is, but not actually go into it. So, over here, in this bowling thing, as Sonic, when you go into the area, you enter spin dash mode, you press A, and you get launched in whatever direction it's pointing you. As Knuckles,
You don't have a spin dash.
no, you go into ball mode, and the game shits itself. And just like goes full seizure mode, and you can't get out of it unless you restart the level. And after I restarted the level, the game crashed after like a good couple minutes at just complete random, and I have no idea if they're connected. So just in case, since I don't really want to go through all this again with the long, boring gliding section, I don't think you really need to see that too much. If you really want me to, off screen, I can capture you guys a quick video of it.
That'll be completely up to you.
Okay. I mean, it was like right around.
Hey, use the light dash in those rings.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I want to see if these have collision or not. They actually do.
Oh, except the light
parts are
part.
Okay, they sort of have collision.
Okay, well that was a learning experience.
They're only half ghost pirate ships.
Hey, they're Danny Phantom.
But yeah, like
Danny
I
Phantom
would
hour
even
noise? No?
Oh.
Okay.
batteries in my controller just
I
died.
appreciate that.
Okay, quick battery change break.
I appreciate what you did there.
Thank you.
Quick battery change break.
Just smash them out of the controller. Thankfully, I actually know where batteries are in this place.
A welcome change.
Oh, what are we doing?
Restarting the
Did the
controller.
controller forget about my computer? God damn it. Okay, that is something I've run into. Like, when this game is in focus, sometimes the controller doesn't like to reconnect.
Alright, so Peach Herman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Oh, god damn it! So many circles.
You are currently on board the struggle bus.
Yeah.
You,
Also,
you,
I
you
wish
missed your
that-
stop.
I wish that the Sonic games would let you do this normally, because, like, I get it. Knuckles in a Sonic level can be pretty friggin' broken, but,
Because you could just climb over shit.
yeah, but that's a fun option. I would love to have Knuckles as just an easy mode for like a Sonic level.
Fuck yeah.
Like, I get that I'm pretty sure the main reason they changed it is because, oh yeah, something I want to mention, I'm fairly confident that I know which emblem this gives you, because I was looking at the before and after in the save editor, and I want to show you that in the menu.
Okay. Is
It
there a
gives you
reason
an
for
emblem?
that?
Because my understanding is that there is a way to break out of here, and I've seen it, but I haven't investigated it thoroughly enough to be able to reproduce it. Because we already beat the story, so it doesn't matter that much. But I think it involves like climbing just right here, and you kind of somehow clip out, but I haven't done it. So we're just going to go ahead and leave that broken because we're always going to spawn in the Twinkle Park area now in that file.
Oh, nice.
We're always going to.
Yeah. So
Unless you clip out of that.
So you'll remember,
You're
in
stuck.
Tails' story, we've played through every level once and gotten the C level emblem.
Could we
Except
get
for now we have the B level emblem for Xenopolis.
for completing the Twinkle Park level is Knuckles?
Yes. And you may want to go back to our episode and notice we did not finish that level with 66 rings.
Is that how many we finished
I
with
think
in
so.
Knuckles?
I didn't think to actually look.
We have
Double
video
check that.
evidence,
Yeah.
Yeah, we have video evidence.
But yeah, I actually looked through the save editor, and there's a thing that tells you how many times you've played each level. After I did this, it still said we'd only played Xenopolis as Tails once.
So
But we have two emblems that requires 2 playthroughs normally.
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 So yeah, that just happened.
Select your
Alright, cool.
Acrobat.
So are we back to actually regularly playing the game?
Yes, sort of.
Sort of.
For now.
For now.
All right.
preparation
And
complete.
Gamma is fairly cutscene heavy, so we got a few of those at the start here.
Of course, the best boy.
All systems full
Oh, all
Getting as much
systems
mileage
full
out of that
power.
live
Yep.
recording as they possibly can.
Also, his mustache is very glossy.
Everything is
Well, you-
glossy.
I know.
What, you think he doesn't wax it?
brilliant creative
He
force.
must.
Dr. Robot.
I think he styles it with petroleum jelly.
Model machine.
It's
Just
a very slick
cleans it with
mustache.
Vaseline.
Yeah, just soak it in there, get that nice shine.
Ugh.
So, unfortunately, we have to do the first level normally. Also, this game, this character has at the end of every level but one, sort of. There's technically a boss, but it's so fucking lame that I don't think it's even worth bothering handing the controller to the boss master because it's
Boy, you
literally
don't deprive me of that.
it's literally you just like point at the enemy and mash B and they die.
You'll probably get the final boss. So
Yeah, that's the one interesting boss in Gamma's playthrough is the final boss.
oh,
That's
I was
because
talking
they're
about,
gonna, like,
I was
fly
talking about
around
the
and shit.
final boss.
Oh, well, yeah, that
This
too.
beta is what you'll do.
But yeah, the end boss of Gamma's story is the only interesting boss. Well, the second to last one is vaguely interesting, and then this.
It's almost
Oh yeah, I should like give this to someone. It's only like a 30-second level. It's,
Really?
yeah.
All right, my 30 seconds of fame.
So yeah, this is
This
basically
is the tutorial level where it's like a
Basically.
bunch of dummies and it's super easy.
Yeah, there's two enemies, and then over here on the left is the end of the level where you shoot a Sonic doll 3 times, and then you win. And this is the one where I said one of them sort of ends in a
Wait.
boss.
Oh, that's
Yeah, the timer
counting
counts.
down.
The timer
Okay.
counts down.
I was like, that did not take me 2 minutes and 50
Yeah, no.
seconds.
So, Alex, do you want the first of these type of bosses?
Fuck yeah.
Literally just walk forward and jump down. And find Eggman somewhere down here. I don't remember exactly where he is.
Eggs, man.
Yeah.
Good job, Gamma. I didn't think you had what it takes.
So you built me, not thinking that I could do this.
You built me to kill and then doubted yourself.
Yeah.
Be able to pass it. So pay
Eggman has self-esteem issues.
He's bad at science.
And walking, apparently.
No, he's great at walking in place.
Almighty Eggman is a flying fortress.
Eggman doesn't need a treadmill.
Okay, so
He is his treadmill.
He just has treadmill shoes.
It
That's
needs-
his greatest invention.
it needs a good crew, but
Honestly, though,
let's be
like,
honest. Have we seen a crew at all?
honestly, treadmill shoes would be really interesting.
That would be an interesting concept.
Serves on my ship.
Wait, so what is this other conversation that I'm still not paying
Treadmill
attention to?
shoes.
Treadmill shoes. That's our explanation for Eggman walking in place. So yeah, literally, like, get a ring to make sure he doesn't shoot you, and then you just kind of point at him and press the B button, and he dies.
No, I think I was using.
He did.
I think I was using X.
Oh, that
was a
actually, yeah,
chance,
that
so.
works too. I think of it as B because that's the button you blatantly, it is most obvious to press on the GameCube, which is where I first played this, so I still kind of think of it in those terms.
Okay, I guess it's my turn now.
Well, actually, so
Yeah,
Surprised me, Gamma.
So,
Oh, yeah,
actually,
yeah,
I need.
I had a funny feeling there was
So
more
this
to you
is
than
going to be a
meets
case
the
of just
eye.
showing you that
I
you
have
can
my
get
mission
into a
to
level.
serve on board
Also,
the
we definitely
Eggman.
didn't reuse this model
Yeah.
What?
with some slight alterations, in the
Yeah.
textures. and-
Well, they usually change the weapons at least slightly.
We could always
Yeah,
use
like the
spare
And that's
weapons are
basically
slightly
parts,
it.
I guess. You have special permission.
Also, we're totally paying attention to the story.
Oh yeah,
It's just robot family drama.
basically. But yeah,
So what they really need is a robot counselor. not a counselor for robots, a counselor that is a robot.
5 robots,
¿Por
4
qué no los
robots.
dos?
Tell me, how does this make you beep?
It actually, it makes me boop.
How does this make you process?
Actually, that terminates my processes.
I am sorry. If I had tears, I would cry for you.
I sexually identify as a carbon-based life form.
Well, you're not wrong. So this is a
Testing.
Eggman's giving a speech about I need this frog.
You, the elite egg carrier crew, are here today.
And that's this cutscene. Bring me this frog.
All right, so red Power Ranger, blue Power Ranger. Those other two colors are suspect.
Behold, it's a tailed frog. Very unique.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it not gonna show up in this version? Because I skipped basically every cutscene in practice as usual.
I
Yeah.
command you to locate this
105,
frog immediately.
103.
You hear me? I don't care what it takes to
I
get
think orange is 104. Yeah,
Bring it to
104.
me.
Why are they out of order?
Because the main character of the story needs to be center stage, roughly.
Come to attention.
I really like.
Also, you can get, you'll be able to get a good sense of the order I'm doing the levels in by the last number of the E whatever.
Oh,
thing.
hi, green.
Yeah, gotta have that cameo.
Alright, yeah.
Okay, so that move you just saw where I just sort of got down low to the ground,
Yeah,
that is
too
that is incredibly broken.
Is it?
So is that essentially like a run?
Yeah, it's also this story's version of spin dashing through walls.
Oh.
That's fun. Alright, so, hey, Burger Man.
Yep. Also,
Our
you can't
friend-
jump as high, so you have to throw him up there.
So I was gonna
When
say,
you're
like,
rolling
yeah,
something.
do you have to do the throw?
Yes.
If so, I assume that you do kind of some...
I have a setup.
Yeah.
Basically,
Hello, friend.
you see that angle that's just barely on screen at the bottom left?
Yeah.
By the sewer,
Yes.
sort of?
Yes.
I stand just outside of that.
The change in tiles, right?
Yeah. I think that's close.
Alright, so you're putting him close to the wall, and I assume you're gonna do like the dash thing and have him push you from the side.
Also, you're supposed to do that only by running in a straight line for long enough, but if you get into certain corners just right, you can trigger it that way.
so you can build up speed for 12 hours.
Nice.
Except this game probably has a speed cap though, so you can't, actually build up speed
Yeah.
for that long. So this is going to be a level that he's not supposed to get into, correct?
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's also going to kill him immediately. But it's not too difficult to get into, so I wanted to show it.
Yeah, he says he has trouble getting into it.
Oh no.
And that
Don't
is
worry.
also very annoying. Every now and then you just like shoot backwards when you're trying to do that kind of thing. Come on. If this takes too long, I can pull another case of how I'll link you a video where someone else does it.
Except I think you didn't do that the last time that you said
I
it.
thought I did it live on camera.
No, you did, and then like the link is so far back that I
Oh.
don't know where it is. And I don't
Well,
feel
just-
like going back and searching it.
Just search whatever I was talking about and probably look for the Ultimate Gamer 95. It's probably on his channel.
See, I think I've already edited everything up until
Yeah.
this point. So
Well,
I don't know
now
if I
I'm
did
talking
that
to
or
the
not.
viewers. If it's not somewhere where you can see it,
You see, the problem is we were so on top of things
You're like
that
sinking into the wall. You can see it.
yeah. I think now he's too close.
Shoot the Burger Man.
And again, if this goes a little longer, we'll cut it out, or we'll stop what we're doing. And
Also, I think it's kind of strange that like
that was
that seems promising.
There
There
we
we go.
it's kind of strange.
Mission failed.
Mission failed.
Oh
so
god.
do we have to game over,
If I can,
or
yeah, that works.
we can up A?
Yeah. Pause. So, yeah, now we're back to doing things in the intended order because that's pretty much the only glitchy thing I can do right now.
Actually, now that I think about it, how many games on the NES actually have an up A strat? I know the original Metroid and Legend of Zelda both do.
Man, though, I really wish that I could turn my legs into a car.
Wait, what about turning your torso into a propeller?
Why did we
See, that just sounds painful because I feel like that would use my intestines.
why did we just get seconds?
Because they didn't bother to code you not getting seconds from shooting those. So, who wants Emerald Coast?
I'll do it.
It's about it's only maybe twice as long as the first level.
Oh boy.
So, a minute.
Froggy! Yeah, not even.
Froggy!
There's Froggy!
See, now, okay, the tire tracks on the sand is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Attention to detail.
Sometimes.
Wow, this game actually has attention to detail.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel
Hey,
like I feel
Those
like
are
die.
enemies, yeah.
Yeah,
So.
I don't think.
Yeah,
this
I was
game
trying to
has-
shoot it.
Yeah, I don't think this game has the Vulcan cannon that SA2 has. Also, here they don't make it too obvious. You have to go left around the loop. I always forget that if I haven't played recently.
Whoa, hi.
Oh yeah, that's always fun.
Honestly, those enemies aren't any harm to you unless you actually just want to do them.
I just tried to use the hover boots from
you
SA2.
do get those very soon.
Oh, cool.
Actually, that's literally the next thing I'm doing.
After the level.
Yeah.
So this is intended level 2.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
I know Amy's story is probably the shortest in terms of number of levels, but I feel
Oh, it
like
is.
this might end up being shorter in terms of just the levels are so short.
Well, no, they get longer after this, but they're still
Okay.
not very long. And doing some of the skips will pad things out a little bit. But I think, do you want to propose it at around 20 minutes recording? You want to do the decal cutscene and then cut it?
Sure, yeah.
Also, prepare to see a robot confused by cute things. It's kind of fun. Also,
Right now registering in database as QT
No data found.
also, this is a pretty great line.
This presents a
Just dry voice. This presents a problem.
Location unknown. Shit.
Basically, like I'm not sure how intended some of the humor in this story is, but intended or not, there's some really hilarious moments in this.
This is the wrong room.
Man.
That is my favorite line in his entire story.
Low poly chow.
Yeah.
Yes.
That look worse than like the chow in the chow garden.
Yeah. Well, how else did you expect them to render approximately a dozen of them?
You can have like a
Hey,
dozen
you
at
can
once
make
in the
you
chow
can make
garden.
you can make
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be like a civilization of chows, and there's just like there's about a dozen of them just sort of dancing, and it's
Hey, you want to know how you can render more of them at the same time? Make the far off ones sprites that just face the camera.
Yeah.
In case,
Also, I
you know,
like how
because-
Tikal is not at all concerned about the giant death machine.
That's gold.
Because this will go completely over your two heads because you haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2. There's a fight in Kingdom Hearts 2 where you basically have to fight 1,000 Heartless.
Yeah, I remember that.
And in order to actually show them on screen at the same time, you don't actually have models for all of them all rendered at the same time. So basically, a lot of the other enemies are just sprites facing the camera.
Yeah.
So if you take the camera out, if you hack it, and you take the camera kind of like up and out, everything looks like flattened against the ground. It looks hilarious.
Now my father is trying to take their sacred home.
Alright, then do something about it.
Located Chaos Emeralds.
To us all.
Activate
My true home
activate
is
retrieval
to
protocol.
understand each other.
Exterminate witnesses.
Exterminate. Like,
What you see versus what she
Oh,
sees.
this is also kind of great because
he just said nothing and it was funny.
yeah, this is basically the dumbest robots ever arguing about stupid shit.
Is
That looks
this
like a nice
Froggy?
frog, though.
Yeah.
Is this Froggy?
Bleep.
Like I love how
the
like-
colors match for the other
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
Mr. Beast! None of you got the right one. We must find the frog with Chaos's tail.
They're all bouncing in
That
unison.
same frog
Yep.
also swallowed a Chaos Emerald.
Swallowed a Chaos Emerald.
Yep.
How did a frog manage that?
There it is, right there.
Frogs are just
Look, like the Chaos Emerald is literally the size of his body.
I'm
okay.
pretty
Yeah,
sure it's bigger than Froggy.
but frogs are mostly stomach.
So I like how
Yeah, but they're not
I like how
animals.
Gamer gets praised and then just like has a seizure.
Activating nodding protocol.
Goodbye, brother.
You will get a new assignment. This one's easy. Go to the room through that last door.
Wait, is this that time?
Oh, I think it is.
Once there,
This
you'll
is
find
the
a
wrong
girl
world.
and a bird. Get me that bird.
I forgot how much was involved in this cutscene. If I remembered how long it was, I might have pushed it to the next episode. This is what you get when you skip all of them. Forget which ones are long.
No, I'm guilty of that too.
Yeah.
Like for games that if you play
the
a lot,
the camera pans into which one to do, and he walks towards it and then loops around to the wrong one.
all right.
It's because of the rotating circle.
It's a little bit before we get to the line.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like you see, he walks in, sees what is essentially they try to play it off as like, oh, it's his brother. Like I think that's the intent, being essentially dismembered by Eggman's machines, and then just his reaction to it. It's so dry. It's great.
That's being upgraded.
Point is,
Very good.
it's screwing with his body. Is the point I'm getting at. I think part of what's amazing about them is their eyes point in different directions.
Yeah. They're cross-eyed.
Yeah. This.
This is the wrong room.
Just no emotion whatsoever. It's great. And with that, in the next episode, we will go to the right room. So,
Is it actually the right room, or is it the center room that is the right room?
no, the center room is the one we're going to be glitching into in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And that one is special.
Oh, hey, look, it's a cleaning robot.
Yeah.
That's sweeping bubbles.
Yeah.